Are you ready to make summer the smartest season? Yes. In this episode, I am sharing why summer is the best time to plant seeds for fall success and how you can start prepping now without working around the clock. And P.S., this is episode 3 of a 4-part series. So if you haven't listened to the first few episodes, hit pause, go back and listen to those, and then come back here. So inside this episode, we're talking about why marketing is like farming and why summer matters. 3 easy ways to nurture your audience and prep your offers, how to build momentum quietly without the hustle, and real life examples and CEO mindset shifts that you need right now. And if you want your full summer revenue roadmap mapped out with you, you can come to our Design Your Summer Success Workshop on May 22nd. And I'm going to give you our customized plan and profit template that you can use for the entire year. You can just go to hollymariehaynes.com/summer, and I will see you there. Welcome back to the Crush the Rush podcast, specifically episode 3 on how to have a successful, profitable summer. So today's topic is something that I feel so strongly about because I see so many entrepreneurs, especially busy moms, unintentionally waste the opportunity that summer gives us. So I'm not saying that you have to push really hard in the summer, but I am saying not to give up and stay consistent. So we're talking about planting seeds now to create serious momentum for the fall. And fall is one of the highest buying seasons in the year. My favorite season to launch is actually fall because everyone's back at school, schedules are different, people are ready to dig in to what the rest of the year is going to look like. But here's the catch, especially now with our current state of economy, if you wait until September to start thinking about growth, you're going to be behind. So today I'm going to give you a sneak peek behind the scenes and a little pep talk on a strategic action plan to get ahead without driving yourself into the ground and leaving some space for fun. So just a reminder again that this is the third of the 4th episode out of 4 episodes on how to prep for summer so that you can actually enjoy it. And so I'd encourage you to go back and listen to the previous 2 if you haven't already, and then come back and dig in. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is why summer planting matters. And yes, I created a theme for flowers and plants. And yes, it's a series. So I mean, if you're new around here, that's just how we roll. Like everything is very intentional, but I tried to make it fun. But if summer feels slow to you, that's good, right? We should think about vacations and kids being out of school and a different kind of energy in the air. And so it's very easy to think, oh my gosh, I'll just coast and I'll figure it out for fall. But let me ask you this. Have you ever tried running a marathon without any training? Because to me, fall, September specifically, end of August, early September, is a marathon. Summer is your training ground. So we're not talking about doing extraordinary massive lifts in the summer, but we do want to make sure that we're training ourselves for success in the fall. And so one of my favorite quotes, which yes, is plant related, is don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but the seeds that you plant. So in spring, we're planting the seeds, and in summer, we're watering them, we're taking care of them. And then in, August and September, we've got this amazing harvest. So when everyone else is checked out for the summer, you have a golden opportunity, because a lot of you are going to listen to this and not do anything. But the 1% that actually does something, you're going to have a golden opportunity to build trust, nurture your audience, and create the runway for your best season yet. And don't get me wrong, this does not mean launching a new offer every single week or doubling your hours. It means being very intentional. I gave you a schedule in the last episode, and it means working smarter. So we're going to set up systems to actually take the pressure off later. So the first thing that you want to do is obviously nurture your audience, which we have talked about a lot in this series, but it's so important, and it is the perfect time to connect on a deeper level. So you don't want to sell harder or louder. You want to connect more. So instead of pushing a new offer, send a few check-in emails to past clients. And again, we gave some examples in the second series, the episode before this podcast in the series. You could host a casual happy hour or summer coffee chat on Zoom with current clients or new clients or a networking mixer. And then we shared a lot of this in episode 2 of this series, which is share behind the scenes and get really personal. Give glimpses of your summer life mixed with value content. So last summer, I sent a simple series called Summer Fridays, and they were super quick emails with an actionable tip and a personal story, and there was no hard selling. There was a PS at the bottom of like, hey, if you need help, here's 3 ways I can help you. But the response was, in September, we booked more discovery calls than any other time of the year. And it's because I stayed top of mind without being pushy and was personal. People knew what was going on. The other thing that you could do that I really recommend is create fall interest list or wait list. So I want to get into this a little bit in more detail. But fall buyers are thinking about investments now. Maybe they're not ready to swipe their credit card yet, but there's a way that you can do wait lists that's profitable now, or to just get excitement about the thing that is coming. So you could have a simple waitlist landing page with the headline like, hey, first dibs for fall openings. You could take deposits now for a program that you're launching in the fall. You could add PSs to your emails of like, hey, waitlist is open, and do it in your summer emails like I just gave an example of. And then you could, my favorite thing is like post what you're doing in the summer and then add a link to your story. People pay attention to personal stories. It's like a reality show, but they're watching you and then they're like, oh my gosh, I want to do that. And then they're clicking the link. So one of my clients opened her coaching waitlist in July with 1 email. And by September, she had a full program before she even launched it because she planted the seeds early. So I'm encouraging you to think about planting seeds. And then the other thing that you can do is softly pre-sell or pre-frame your offers. So you don't need a giant sales campaign in the summer unless you want to. You can just start tiny whispers and prime your audience now. So examples would be like, hey, I'm coming up with this brand new offer in the fall. And poll your audience. What are they looking for? What would help them the most right now? Host a focus group. Share that it's coming soon. You can share FAQs or sneak peeks, and then you can also frame your summer content around what problems your fall offer is going to solve. So as an example, if we were going to launch Anti-Social School in September, I would start talking about all the things that Anti-Social School does, building a client attraction strategy, why it's important, why you don't have to rely on social media at the end of July and August. Because remember, you need that like 6 to 8 week time frame. So if you're planning a September launch, your content starts in July. So instead of saying my new course launches in September, reframe it and say, if you want to hit the ground running this fall, I'm creating something really special. Here's a little sneak peek. Get on the wait list. Put down a deposit. That way, people are thinking about what you're doing before the cart even opens. And again, think about the time frame. If you're launching something in September, that 6 to 8 week nurture period beforehand is July and August. So pay attention to that. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you inside our summer workshop, where we're going to map out your calendar so that you have a revenue plan ready to go. So this is the CEO shift, right? You're not chasing short dopamine hits like, oh my God, I just got 20 likes, but nobody's purchasing. You're planting seeds for real sustainable growth. You don't have to go viral. You don't have to work every weekend. You do have to show up intentionally. So think about this. Yes, another farming example. The pumpkins that you see in October, I love fall. I love October. It is my favorite month. The farmers started planting the seeds for those pumpkins in June. They didn't just become this like gorgeous pumpkin field where everyone's taking pictures of the pumpkin patch, right? And I guarantee they're starting to share dates. Think of if you're a photographer, you're sharing your fall dates in like June and July. So let's not scramble around wondering what to do. Let's put a plan in place now. So we're super strategic about how we're sharing content and creating content and talking with our clients. That's actually going to save us time. So summer is where you build trust and fall is where you reap the rewards. And even if you feel like no one is watching, I promise you the seed planting is going to pay off. Trust me, they are watching you. Momentum builds quietly at first, and then suddenly it's like the pumpkin patch. It's like, it's beautiful, everyone's there, and we're like, this is the most magical time, right? So if you want real help with this, let's be honest, it's easier and more fun with a roadmap and a community. You can come join me for the Design Your Summer Success workshop. We're meeting live on May 22nd. I'm going to walk you through how to build your summer revenue roadmap. I'm going to show you how to simplify, sustain, and seed your business. And I'm going to give you a simple weekly plan to grow without burnout. You're also going to get my profit planning template that you can use all year long, not just for summer. And this is the map that we teach inside the Collective Co-op. So it's very simple, sustainable strategies that work for business owners that are very successful. So you can save your spot at hollymariehaines.com/summer. And let's make sure you're not scrambling come September. Your future self is going to thank you for the seeds that you plant today.